Throughout our history, many inventions, many things that black people created was taken from us because we did not have any rights. We were considered property, like real estate. So you can go to blackhistory.com to read about the history of country music and the truth. So, truth be told, country music was created by black people, going back as far as the 17th centuries. Do you see this slave right here? He has a banjo. And they were a lot of times forced to perform and entertain white people. So I feel as though time went on and so many different types of music that black people created was stolen by the white people because we had no rights. We couldn't patent our music. We didn't even own anything. We weren't even considered to be people. But I think the truth needs to be told. And this is why critical race theory is essential to be taught in every single school in the United States of America. Rock and roll was created by black people. So they have the Elvis Presley movie out, and they touch on it a little bit, but they don't tell the complete truth. How a lot of his popular songs, he pretty much stole them. They did touch on his background being gospel and him collaborating with black people. So that's pretty much where Elvis developed his style. But that didn't stop him from stealing from other black artists because he knew and understood his white privilege. So Nas, Sam Cooke, some other popular country singers, we need to understand that one of the reasons why black people kind of gravitated towards rap music was because pretty much any type of music that we created was stolen by the white people. Okay? But then Eminem, Vanilla Ice, Malone, there's so many artists that are even being popular and being recognized as rap artists when we were the originators of that as well. So I just want the truth to be told because the history that I learned in school was nothing but a lie.
So literally, every genre of music was stolen from black people. So that's why black people normally gravitated towards rap music because every music they created was stolen, was appropriated and coined to look as if it was created by the white people. Of course, as she mentioned, back in the day, back in the time, black people were considered as property. They were owned. They were slaves who were owned by slave masters. So anything they created belonged to their slave master. So they couldn't own property. And also they at some point they were not even considered as humans. So that's why the white people succeeded in stealing black people's music. And to think about how country music was created, you begin to wonder why white people are so outraged that Beyonce is singing country music. Why are you outraged? Why are you angry? This is music that was created by black people. This is our music. And every other musical instrument originated from some part of Africa. That's what you all don't know. Most of the musical instruments that you have today that has been developed, that has been advanced, upgraded, where they had their roots in Africa. They were created. They were founded in Africa. So country music is African music. Country music is black people's music. Black people created country music. So before you open your mouth to talk about Beyonce, to talk down on Beyonce, to be racist on Beyonce, think about this. This is our music. This country music is black people's music. Let's continue. So here is how black people shaped country music. Even though they were relegated, they were pushed to the side by the people who appropriated country music and took it to the theaters to make more money to capitalize it. Black people still continued to be in the background of country music, because most of the country stars, most of the country stars you see in the forefront were being modeled, were being coached by black country music artists who didn't have the opportunity to be in the forefront. And do you know what? You know what happened? Most of the time, the people in the music labels didn't want to sign up country music artists who were black, because they were not considered there was segregation. Many white people didn't want to watch black people play country music, So they used white people and made them to have the black face in order to perform country music. And you know what? Why they were performing this country music, they made fun, they made memes, they laughed, they made so many things to laugh at black people. So this was demeaning. They didn't only steal country music. They used country music to humiliate the people who created country music. Do you understand this? This is deep. This is painful. This is deep. So the next time you think about talking down on black people, think about this. They created the music you are trying to claim you created.
For many historians, the origins of modern-day country music begin with bluegrass. Bluegrass relies on the acoustic sounds of string instruments, and the banjo is a staple. The banjo is a West African instrument brought over in the 1600s via the transatlantic slave trade. The instruments were originally made out of boards and had been popular in the region way before American slavery started. Other instruments like the fiddle and tambourine were also integral to bluegrass and also had links to Africa.
So you see, most of the musical instruments used in country music originated in Africa. And these musical instruments were already in Africa even before slavery. So you see, we started the music, we made music. We created music. Every genre of music came from us. It was appropriated from us. So we are music, black people are music, and music is our history. Country music, we created country music. So there is no country music without black people. So the next time you try to talk down on Beyonce, think about this. Just think about it. Just take a minute to think about it. Let this sink in.
Brian, you're going to have to explain to me, how do you appropriate something that you created? Because y'all wouldn't have country music if it wasn't for black people. Oh, look, a receipt. Some of the core instruments used in country music were created and perfected by black people. The music you know as country was once called slave music. That music was then made fun of in minstrel shows. And then the music caught on and became hillbilly music, which was rebranded as country music. All American music finds its roots in black people. Country music is no exception. As with all of the genres, the music was appropriated. It tried to write black folks out of the story. Ain't that funny how history repeats itself? Because here you are claiming that we're appropriating something that we made. Furthermore, speaking specifically of Beyonce, honey, she was born in Texas, Houston to be specific. She grew up going to the rodeo, listening to country music. It's heavily influenced her music that she produces. I wish you would say what you really want to say, and that is that the #1 country artist right now is a black woman, and that makes you uncomfy. Deal.
The #1 country music artist is a black woman, and that woman is Beyonce. That's why you're angry. But you know what? She's never going to address it. She'll just keep playing, doing what she knows how to do best, to produce good music. If you want to listen, you listen. If you don't want to listen, scroll past or just turn off the radio. But she'll always still be #1.